Welcome to the MTC channel. MTC is an IT engineering company which operates mainly in the areas of upmarket data protection solutions and specialized services associated. Based on our long-standing experience in the industry and vast technical knowledge, MTC develops data protection solutions and archive solutions to respond to customers' business needs. Today, we are going to present you our new archiving solution LTFS. The amount of digital archive information continues to grow exponentially. Industry analysts and storage suppliers are projecting annual growth rates of 50% or more. There are many drivers for this dramatic growth, and individual organizations will experience different drivers, but at the end of the day, the storage manager in the IT department must cost-effectively store a very large and growing amount of archive data while meeting organizational compliance requirements and service level objectives. Today's challenge is how can we continue to protect and archive those exponential data in keeping a minimum TCO. Media industries, medical industries, and engineering are good examples of massive data archiving requirements. Companies are currently using two storage medias to archive their data. First, the disks. The advantages are the access speed and the accessibility of the data. But the disadvantages are the cost, the limited capacity, around 3 to 4 years of lifetime, the mobility, and the electrical consumption. Second media used is the tapes. The advantages are the ration cost by volume, around 10 times smaller than disk, the mobility, the lifetime of tape is around 10 to 15 years, and it's a green technology. Disadvantages are the accessibility and the access speed. The LTFS combines internal cache disks and one or multiple tape libraries to provide an archiving solution for multiple petabytes. The MTC LTFS solution takes the advantages of disks, access speed and accessibility, and the advantage of tape, long-term reliability, low cost, and physical portability. It is network-attached storage NAS appliance built to simplify data access and provide the most cost-effective storage for unstructured data. With its intelligent storage management, LTFS delivers embedded data protection for all of your online, nearline, and archive storage needs. For today's demo, we are using our LTFS with 10 terabytes of cache disk and an IBM tape library TS3100 with 2 LTO5 tape drives and 21 cartridges. This solution provides 40 terabytes of archiving. Four types of datasets are stored currently on the system. DICOM images for medical industries, movies for the media industries, e-books for general purpose, and security camera records for government applications. First of all, here is the user interface of the LTFS appliance. You have an overview of the different resources available on the appliance. 41 terabytes including around 10 terabytes of disk cache, and the 22 LTO5 tapes. On the front-end panel, you have an overview of cache usage and appliance usage as well as the shares usage. The share configuration is very simple. Of course, you can create share access privileges, either by user, group of users, or through LTFS. On the backend panel, you have an overview of the tape library and media usage. You can configure multiple libraries and multiple drives. You can also create multiple pool of tapes for redundant copy, for example. Of course, you have the system status and configuration, including network settings, logs, and much more. All configurations are done through menus, and thus it's very easy to deploy this appliance. From the user point of view, he will see the appliance has network-attached storage with all its folders and files. The user doesn't know where its data reside, on disk, on tape, or both. Now, the most important part of the appliance is the configuration of the data management. In other words, where is stored the data? Does the data have to stay on disk only? Does the data has to be copied or moved on tape? You can create multiple rules to specify if the data is moved to tape and deleted from the cache, or copied to tape and stays on cache, and specify when this rule has to be executed. From the welcome page of the interface, you have the possibility to search for files and see where those files reside. For example, the security camera files are stored on disk and on tape. A second example, My diving videos are only stored on tape. From the user point of view, he doesn't see the difference between those two files. Let's try to open a file that is only on tape and no more on cache. The appliance loads the tape and restores the data, and the file becomes available to the user, as it was on disk. We can see now on the appliance that the file is on cache, and on a comprehensive view of the long-term cost of archive storage requires the use of a total cost of ownership (TCO) methodology that incorporates different components of cost including acquisition, support, energy, and technology refreshes. With LMS LTFS you can reduce by 90% your data storage and archiving cost. The vast majority of archive information is unstructured, with estimates of 80% or more of all digital data categorized as unstructured. Examples of this type of data include media files, digital medical records, cloud and service provider data, and scientific test data. This data is typically accessed as files by the users, or by the underlying content management application. In addition, much of this data is uncompressible. Either the data has been reduced through application-level processing, or the nature of the data itself precludes the effective use of the data reduction technology. The benefits highlights of the LMS LTFS are: leverage the LTFS open standard. Storing your data in the linear tape file system open standard is the best strategy for supporting data transportability and long-term data accessibility. Easy appliance deployment. LMS LTFS is presented as a standard file system and is easily accessed by users or applications. Accessing a file is as simple as a familiar drag and drop from a LMS share, which appears as a network drive. Protect legacy applications. Archive files are directly available to your existing applications and file system utilities. LMS LTFS does not require proprietary backup applications. Scalability for storage growth. Protect your investment by buying only the performance you need. LMS LTFS can scale up as your data and performance needs grow. Reduce your archiving costs. LMS LTFS allows you to take advantage of the low power and maintenance costs of tape without sacrificing performance. Compared to disk-only storage, LMS LTFS can reduce the TCO of archiving by 10. Maximize your tape libraries. LMS LTFS supports multiple tape libraries from leading technology manufacturers. Use the library capacity you need for your traditional backup data and leverage other library slots to store your archive data. With LMS LTFS, it's simple to access files when and where you need them. LMS LTFS combines disk and tape to deliver an AS solution that meets online, nearly and archive requirements. User-defined policies balance performance and cost efficiency so you can optimize your storage resources. This empowers you to leverage the system as your primary NAS, making files rapidly accessible for applications and users, or as an active archive, maximizing your ROI for long-term storage. We thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact MTC's team.